Chris DeLeon here of Keto, and this is one of these videos that probably applies just as well to a lot of non-game developers for other areas of our lives, even though my focus, as always, is first and foremost on my game development peers and beginners and people I'm helping get started. But I want to talk about the question, but what if I'm bad at it? And it's this deep thing. We don't even always say it out loud, but we certainly worry about it. It holds us back, as adults most often, but what if I'm bad at it? It keeps us from trying out our ideas, keeps us from learning new skills, because what if we're bad at them? But I think it's fundamentally the wrong way to be looking at it. Now, I first want to identify this is especially a problem for our more mature, for our more aged, for our older, for our adult listeners, who by now in their lives have a taste for telling good things from bad things, and can tell their good work and bad work apart. Right? Maybe among children, some of them are a less discerning audience. In all fairness, to them, lots of things just seem neat or novel or whatnot. And as we get older, it becomes more and more of a concern of like, well, I can tell, I know what bad music sounds like. I know what a bad game is like. I know I can tell a bad story from a good one, and I don't want to produce the bad stuff. I don't want to be bad at it. Okay, but I think that the important thing to look at, there's a few things that make this kind of the wrong question to be asking. First of all, it's to realize that putting your ideas into implementation is not a test. It's not like, think of it like this way, right? Someone might say, I don't want to go to the gym because what if I find out that I'm not strong? What if I find out that I can't lift much weight? The reason that you go to the gym is to improve the answer to the question, not to find out the answer to it. Does that make sense? And the same thing applies to whether it's game development, whether it's playing music, whether it's cooking, whether it's doing anything else, painting, writing stories. You go to it not first and foremost to test yourself on it, but to begin gradually improving your ability to answer the question, I'm not bad at it, or to say I'm good at it, because you have a foundation of experience of having tested your ideas and seen which sort of maybe needed to be tempered in some ways, or which we could filter out, or whatnot. In a way, there's actually an easy answer to the question. If you're even asking, but what if I'm bad at it? The answer is yes. Yes, you're bad at it. But you're bad at it not permanently. You're bad at it because you haven't done it yet. It's part of why you're asking the question. You haven't accumulated practice. You haven't tried it and then stuck to it longer than other people who just sort of dabbled and quit. Right? That's why you're bad at it. You get good at it by practicing, by doing it, by sticking to it. And so that's something which, instead of asking yourself the question, but what if I'm bad at it? I would encourage you to instead ask, what if I stay bad at it? Because you're already bad at it. Right? One of these acts as though it's just a condition of yourself, as though you're either good or bad at it, and that's life. Again, like going to the gym, finding out you can't lift much weight, and then never trying again because you couldn't, which is dumb. Very limiting. Keeps people from living the life they want to live, being who they want to be, learning the skills they want to learn. On the other end of the spectrum, we ask the question, but what if I stay bad at it? Is a much more long-term question, which leaves you room for growth. And actually looks down the path and says, either you're going to start gradually improving at it, so eventually you will not be bad at it, or you're going to accept the level you're at now and you're going to stay there. Maybe even deteriorate over time. Just the nature of decay, right? So anyway, that's it for now. Pretty short video, pretty short message today. Don't be thinking, but what if I'm bad at it? Be thinking, but what if I stay bad at it? Except that the ideas that you have, that the ways you want to make games, tell stories, do art, processes, or how you want to teach, or whatever it might be, they're bad, but not innately. They're bad just because they haven't been put into practice and then stood the test of being improved over doing it and over practicing, getting experience at it. And that's gonna be what makes them good. Putting them through the act of doing something with them. Do something with your ideas.